I just got back in the bathroom. Am I back in time?
Wow, you're really gonna mention that on stream?
Oh, we are. Oh, we're live. Oh no, I didn't know that. Never mind. No, get out of here.
I just said we're going live.
I wasn't quite back in time. I got back to that room.
The following content contains adult language and humor that is not suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. What am I going to do with these children I have on the views and opinions expressed during the following video content are those of the individual and may not reflect those of others. Thank you.
That's why you had that humor thing.
Baron Orman Tagge, Cash Money 007, PACIFIC414 are here to bring you all the pop culture and entertainment news, rumor, opinion, discussion, watch parties, reviews, reactions on PACIFIC414 Pop Talk. Welcome, one and all. Good evening and welcome, one and all, to this edition of PACIFIC414 Pop Talk. I am your host, Mike, and I do have Baron Orman Tagge, who there is a good question being asked, Baron. I mean, did you at least wash your hands?
I'll be right back.
Okay, make sure you don't touch any food prepared by Baron. But today, I have a few articles that we are going to discuss during the YouTube portion of the show. And then during the third hour, that'll be the Rumble only portion of the show. But I do want to welcome everybody who is watching over on YouTube, Kick, and Rumble. And of course, I also want to say hello to those of you who are already here on the YouTube side. And we have Brandon Looney Tunes Fan 2000. There is also T-Gap Steve, who says, to Brandon, you might be the first one here, but I popped her like cherry.
And you're complaining about me?
Oh, okay. I'll complain, even though I'm smiling and going, good one. Good one. And of course, Baron saying the PAC414. Yes.
Well, that's your little emoji thing.
Yeah, but true. And let's see. Let me get my best narrator / announcer voice going here. Let me get a sip of water so it at least sounds somewhat professional. Hey, I said somewhat.
I know. That's what
all right. This week on Beverly Hills 414, once again, Mike has managed to keep the fact that his fraternal twin, Misako, isn't actually Japanese, even from her.
Dun, dun, dun.
Cryptodyne decides to hit the beach. It's just funny. Unaware that his stalker may be closer and more well-known than he expects.
Crit?
Yeah, it sounds like Crit to me.
Mm.
Baron got blackout drunk at the frat party he crashed last night. And wakes up in another town entirely. Facing a massive hangover, he tries to get home. While wondering where he got the pink tutu and combat boots from, and why the name on the note pinned to his shirt says XOXO Russell.
Yeah, that's really wild, man. Really wild.
And Baron says at T-Gap Steve, that is a freaking lie. I have never suffered from a hangover. So he says. Says.
I've been lucky in that area, believe it or not.
Baron says, I have been blackout drunk, but no hangover. Lucky.
Mm-hmm.
And TGAP Steve responds by saying, well, we tried that angle with the test audience and they didn't believe it. So you'll just have to pretend.
I guess I will. Oh, my head. Oh.
Uh, uh,
Oh.
uh, a little bit more feeling with that, a little bit more agony,
Oh. Wait till Cash
but
gets
but but
back
not,
and
but
you'll get that.
but not like you're having a serious stomach issue or
Oh,
type of agony.
oh, okay. Oh, my head. Oh,
You
God.
got a serious migraine,
Uh,
the worst
I've never,
migraine you've ever experienced.
I've never had one, thank God. And
I
I'm,
haven't had one. I'm lucky about that.
yeah.
And the old man is here. He says, "Well, I made it in time." Well, we got a saying here on Pop Talk. I just gotta find the clip, and there it is.
A wizard is never late. Nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Exactly. And that's exactly what we say on Fandom Legacy all the time.
And let's see, TGAP Steve is saying today on Beverly Hills 414. Wow, that's gonna be the slum area
Yeah.
of Beverly Hills. Everything's dilapidated. It's falling apart, and
Oh, Cash's neighborhood.
no, Baron must wash hands before returning to stream.
Yeah.
True, true. I need to find a way to put some sign up in our Discord that says Cash and Baron must make sure that they wash hands before returning to stream.
Yeah, how how apropos is like you know you must after doing a stream you must wash your hands before going to stream.
And Baron, you probably could answer this question from TGAP Steve. He's
Oh,
saying,
you don't want to know the noises. You don't want oh no. Oh my God. Oh, what did I eat? Oh my. Oh, it won't stop.
folks,
It
folks,
won't
this
stop.
is this is why you don't eat Taco Bell
No,
after
no.
midnight.
Yeah. Yeah. It's or give them the gremlins after midnight.
And old man says, "I'm a whiz now."
Mm.
Okay, interpret it however you want.
Yeah. Now that basically everyone has now tuned off the show, going, that's it, I'm out of here.
Yeah, these weirdos, especially that Pacific 414, calls himself Mike. But Baron, we've got a few stories to talk about.
Yeah, let's talk about Cash while he's gone.
We always talk about Cash, even when
Yeah.
he's on it with us. And,
Yeah, well, it's more fun when he's not when he's away from the keyboard.
but real quick, and so I checked to see if anybody commented on Rumble, which they haven't yet, but don't be shy, Rumble folks and Kick folks. The only
They're
one who bites is Baron, and
I don't,
Cash. Just stay away from Cash.
I don't buy. I don't think.
And hello to Bush McFadden. How are you doing, brother? All right. So the stories that we're going to talk about in this edition of Pop Talk are Netflix live-action One Piece showrunner says he wanted to adapt Ichiro Oda's manga because it tells a simple yet so profound story about a boy who's following his dreams. The sensational She-Hulk smashes on a new homage variant cover. This is from Superhero Hype.
I might.
And we got an article from Variety that says Christopher Nolan cut 30 Oppenheimer filming days in order to free up money for sets. Production designer calls it the most incredible thing.
Sadly, though, those were all the stuff that Cash Money was going to be on. So he
Sure.
lost out on that one.
Right.
And then the other story, because I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and talk about this. I mean, it is in a way part of pop culture, but we're gonna talk about Nessie. We got this article from Geek Tyrant. And it says the biggest hunt for Loch Ness monster recently took place. Aye.
Three very.
You thought James Dew had Scottish accent was bad.
Actually, this was pretty good.
Laddie. NCC 1701. No bloody A, B, C, or D.
Is Gap trying to say that we have a trans lock monster?
I don't know. I don't know, laddie. And what are you trying to say, Steve? But the story that we're going to actually start off with is from Variety, and it's
Cool.
about Oppenheimer. And Cash Money actually saw Oppenheimer last night.
He said it was a bomb.
Bump.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Good night, everybody. Try the veal.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and post the link into all three chats, and we'll get to talking about this.
I remember when Burger King had veal parmesan sandwiches. Those were good.
I never had one.
Well, that was a long time ago.
That's why I never had one.
Mm-hmm.
But this article from Variety says Christoper Nolan cut 30 Oppenheimer filming days in order to free up money for sets. Production designer calls it the most incredible thing. This is by Zach Sharf, and it was originally posted on the 29th, so yesterday. And it says Cillian Murphy revealed in July that Christopher Nolan shot Oppenheimer in less than 60 days. No easy feat for a $100 million Hollywood tentpole, but it turns out Nolan was originally planning for a much longer film shoot. Goes on to say in an interview this month on the Team Deacons podcast, Oppenheimer production designer Ruth DeJean revealed that Nolan slashed around 30 filming days in order to reallocate the film's budget to production design and set locations. I think it was a smart move.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like a $100 million indie. This is not Tenet, Jean said. Chris wanted to shoot all over the United States. Just plane tickets alone and putting crew up all over the place is expensive. Not to mention, I have to build Los Alamos. It doesn't exist. That's where I really felt like it was impossible. Chris said, forget the money. Let's just design what we want. So that's what we did. And when construction first budgeted my town, it was 20 million. Chris was like, yeah, no, stop. We had this huge white model and I started pulling buildings out of it. Not to mention, we want to shoot in New York, New Jersey, Berkeley, Los Angeles, and New Mexico. It goes on to say that's when Nolan did the most incredible thing. In order to achieve all of the desired looks and designs, DeJean said, the filmmaker told her, I've got to do my homework, which she later realized meant reorganizing the film's shooting schedule in order to consolidate days and free up the budget for the production design. DeJean said Oppenheimer was originally set for an 85-day shoot, perhaps even more, but Nolan cut it down by at least 30 days. And there's a quote here. Tom, the executive producer, said, Ruth, you can't go to Berkeley. You can't do this, but we have to go to Berkeley. That is Oppenheimer. DeJean remembered. The producers were asking what I could do on my end to shrink the budget. Tom then comes into my office and says, Chris is going to shoot this in 55 days. That is a lot of money we get back. At that point, you feel like I have to deliver above and beyond because he just went and gave up his days. He, more than anyone, knows what he wants to get in every single day and how he wants to get it. And he goes from 85 to 55 days. Goes on to say, with the budget freed up due to a limited shooting schedule, Deshaun was able to have the finances needed to reconstruct Los Alamos from scratch in New Mexico. One of the only concessions she had to make was shooting portions of the film set in Washington, D.C. in New Mexico, since Nolan was not permitted to shoot in actual government buildings in D.C. We made this movie unbelievably quickly, Murphy previously said on Mark Maron's WTF podcast. The pace was insane. And by comparison, Nolan's World War II survival thriller Dunkirk shot for 68 days, and his massive spy movie Tenet shot for 96 days. Murphy is front and center in a majority of Oppenheimer scenes, which made the shorter shooting schedule all more intense for the actor. The sets are huge, but it feels like being on an independent movie, Murphy added about working with Nolan, which he has been doing for over 20 years now. There's just Chris and the cameraman. One camera always, unless there's some huge set piece, and the boom op, and that's it. There's no video village, there's no monitors, nothing. He's a very analog filmmaker. Oppenheimer is set to cross the 800 million mark at the worldwide box office in the coming week. The film is playing in theaters nationwide from Universal Pictures, and as I said when I saw it, I highly recommend it. And Cash, what are your overall thoughts after seeing Oppenheimer?
This is a really good drama. I can't. I was kind of tired, and I'm not going to blame the movie for it, but I did pass out a few times, or almost. And it wasn't because of the movie. I was like, I got to wake up again. It's a long film, but the riveting drama, I don't want to really spoil the movie, but just different, learning more about Oppenheimer's life, and just that even people today, just like they did back then, they try to railroad people like Oppenheimer about because somebody else, doesn't like their opinions because, there was a lot of arrogance, of course. These are scientists. So there's a lot of arrogance, Mike. And,
Mhm.
like, well, I guess I can spoil a scene or two. Like the scenes with Albert Einstein were very interesting. Um, yep. It's just a lot of drama. I mean, there was definitely, the I always laugh because Crit's like, oh well, Florence Pugh is actually naked, and it's like that's not exactly the point of this movie, but sure, man, it's not bad, but that's not the point. It was interesting finding out that Oppenheimer Oppenheimer, jeez, was a womanizer to an extent, and he's flawed like anybody else. But it's still today people are saying, should we have dropped those bombs? Well, you know what? I believe that at that time the Japanese would not have quit. We
They
had to
wouldn't have.
send a message, and I hate it, and it sucks, but it's war, and it could have been a worse situation for the Japanese at the time, but it had to be done, and learning about it and all the scientists and the fact that he even had ties with people that were communists. But I don't think Oppenheimer was ever communist, really. But there were just people he was around that were communists at the
Mhm.
time, Mike. And yeah,
Yeah,
I thought it was. I think it's the best movie I've seen this summer. The best movie I've probably seen this year in theaters, personally, followed by Dead Reckoning Part One. I like that one a lot too.
well, you bring up the communists that were in the movie. Think about what happened in the 1950s.
Right.
Anybody
Right.
associated with the Communist Party,
Right.
they were
Right.
pretty much
Right.
blackmailed from Hollywood and
Yes.
other industries.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So yeah, if you're looking for a riveting drama, this is definitely it. It's just the one thing that I would probably say is that sometimes I thought the music was a little bit too loud compared to the volume of the sound
What
of the
what was the
talking.
matter? Did it wake you up?
No.
You see, I didn't have that problem
Uh-huh.
when I went and saw it at the auditorium. It could be
Just a
the
few
sound system.
times. Yeah, it could be. I just it could be. Yeah, I just thought there were a few times that the music was a little bit too loud, and I know
Mhm.
people talk about that Nolan has sound editing, but I could pretty much understand everything that was going on. There may, sometimes you may miss a few things when the music's a little bit too loud, or you're like, but go back and watch it again or something and see what you missed or didn't exactly hear completely. But yeah, it made a lot of sense, and I don't know. I think they wanted the hydrogen bomb, the H bomb,
Yep.
and I think Oppenheimer had a point, but scientists it's just that, and that scene with Eisenhower where he's just like, oh, the guy's a crybaby. Well, you know what, after somebody did that and was the main foundation of it, created this, even though other scientists helped, I can understand people feeling that way.
Yeah, I can understand it too.
Well, yeah, but
I mean,
not. Oh, sorry.
you can understand why the Japanese didn't want the movie released in Japan. I mean, even some almost 80 years later, that shockwave, no pun intended, but
Right.
really, it still resonates there.
Yep. I mean, and the performances like Strauss, Robert Downey Jr. is just that man was just he felt like, oh well, you know what he said to Albert Einstein. No, you don't, man.
No.
You don't know what they said. You were assuming because he affected your ego, and that really ticked him off. So I found that all interesting. He got what was coming to him, and even Oppenheimer, like there was not exactly a win-win situation for anybody. Just egos and using the government to weaponize against somebody. Really, what's that? Yeah, you heard me, YouTube. Anyways, but yeah. Um, yeah, it was a riveting drama. I thought there were a lot of really good performances. I even think Casey Affleck's performance, his small performance, was good. I was very impressed by Josh Hartnett. I haven't seen him on screen in I don't know how many years. It's very strong performance by him.
Mhm. Well, I
Yep.
mean, I can say
Right.
one thing. I have not seen the film yet, so I can't comment on anything
Uh,
with that. But the the
right.
fact that it cut back the filming time, and obviously in that way made the film
Mhm.
shorter than it should be. I like that. That is a
Yes.
working smarter, not harder,
Yes.
and
Yes.
realizing that there's no reason why we should bloat a movie bigger than it needs to be.
Mhm.
Long. You don't need to have a, a super long film,
Yeah.
despite even if it is a good subject matter to
Right.
have on that.
Right.
So it sounds like from both what you and Mike are saying, that was really nice paced out and good
It
length
was.
and such.
It
And
was.
Nolan must have figured out that we can cut a lot of this stuff out, save some money, and actually focus on the important things in a movie.
Yes.
As a
Make
filmmaker
sure that
should.
the proper
Yes.
setting is there.
Mhm.
When
You
you build the
definitely
set,
cared
you
about these
try to
people.
make sure that they're reconstructed to
Mhm.
historical accuracy as best as possible.
As best as possible. Right.
Right.
Strong
I mean, yeah.
performances and people that actually existed and that you care about, even if you
Mhm.
hate them or not hate them. But that's one thing Nolan has always done in his films. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
So yeah,
He's
I
not
mean,
perfect, but he's done a lot of really good stuff in filming.
Oh, come on! You are the biggest Nolan simp I know.
He's not
Every time
perfect, man. He's
I mean,
not perfect.
it's just like Crit with James Cameron. You have Nolan.
No,
Cameron.
he's not
It's like,
perfect, man. I like Nolan. Nice try, Baron.
well, that's
He's
just
not
it.
perfect, dude. I just, I enjoy a lot of what he does in his films, but they're not perfect, man.
Well, to be honest, I mean, not everyone hits it out of the park. Even
No,
Orson
no,
Welles
no, of
had
course not.
stuff that wasn't the
Right.
best there was out
Oh,
there.
I'm
As much
sure.
as he had
I'm
great
sure.
stuff.
Right.
So yeah,
right.
he wasn't perfect either. But like
No.
definitely a quality filmmaker. There's no doubt about it. And from
Mhm.
hearing this, obviously a very smart one. Hey,
Eh.
what's this? You got the spotlight, man.
Changed my message. I see. I'm watching you, Baron.
I didn't do that. I didn't. I honestly, I didn't
Uh,
even see that. I honestly did not do that.
Sure.
Hey, if I did that, I would be taking a lot of. I would take the clip. You know that.
Sure, Baron.
I wouldn't deflect the
Sure, man.
I'm actually jealous that I didn't do that. To be honest with you, I'm ashamed I didn't think
It might
about
have been
doing
Mike,
that.
but I just have a feeling. It
Might
was
have
you.
been. Might have been.
Yeah. Listen to that. Might have been and how he says that. I think we found the guilty party here, and I hate him for it because I should have been the one to come up with that. I need to get better at my game here.
That's right. You got to get better.
I'm resting on my laurels here, folks.
Oh, you have laurels?
Yeah,
I love it.
Know.
No, Nolan is definitely one of those people I respect. I mean, and I remember one of my professors one time. I said, I don't know, as a filmmaker, I think he might be potentially a genius. Oh, don't use that word genius, okay? But she had some other problems. But I've enjoyed a lot of his work. But like I said, Nolan's not perfect. None of these people are perfect, but they do a lot of really good things in film that we should see from a lot of other people.
Well, well, it's just like we were talking before the show that Ryan Johnson is actually a very qualified director.
He definitely can do stuff. Looper was very enjoyable, but yes.
But when it came to the Star Wars, he sucked.
Right. It's a bigger beast. It's the same with Star Trek. It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same with the sequels. You can like them, you can not like them, you can clap at the end of them, you can be happy about them. But if you think about it, how much do they really mean to the franchise? How much do they really mean to the story? It's the same with the Star Trek. I liked Beyond. I liked those movies. But once again, do I remember them? No. Yeah. I don't remember Beyond. What happened? There was a war somewhere, I guess. What else happened? I don't know. But yet I can always tell you that about Star Trek 4. I always tell you parts about Star Trek 4.
Well, no, they haven't made it yet.
Yeah.
They don't know.
He's not talking about the reboot Star Trek 4. He's talking about Admiral. There be whales.
There be whales. Yeah.
Well, double dumbass on you too.
Double dumbass on you. That's right. So many great lines. Well, maybe that man could tell us what those whales are saying.
Excuse me. Can you tell us where the nuclear vessels are?
It's just like I said.
Nuclear vessels. He's a Rusky.
You can look at Nolan. You can look at JJ's Star Trek films as maybe good action movies and stuff. But the thing is, you have to ask the question. I always feel: do they really make much of an impact on you? Do the Star Trek films, do the sequels make much of an impact on you? And if they don't, then I don't think they really succeeded.
No, they didn't. They don't. I mean, like I said, I walked away from the Rise of Palpatine,
right?
Like tepid water.
Right.
I shouldn't feel that way.
Right.
I mean, at least the Last Jedi got me pissed, and I walked away heated. I mean, at least it did that. I mean, at least it evoked something. But
right. And you even some of these movies, you want to clap after it's over. You want to stand up and clap.
Sometimes you just want to clap because it's over and walk out.
That's right. Oh, that happened. and you never want to watch it again. Like the Batman, I enjoyed it, but it's like, is it going to end here? Is it going to end here? Is it going to end here? Oh, okay. I don't want to watch this again. I refuse. I refuse.
I
can't
watched it
watch
again when it came on HBO Max.
Did you?
And I watched
Did
it.
it make you feel something?
I didn't feel any different from the first time I watched it.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So I still hate Catwoman in that movie. I still hate Catwoman in that film. Just don't like her.
Wow.
It's too much. It's too much.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
All this negativity.
Just negative, man. Negative.
So
Negative,
negative,
man.
Already negative waves.
I mean, of the two of us, I mean, I thought I recognized as a Klingon. You know, put that out of my bowel, Klingon.
Yeah.
But no, it seems like Cash does, because this is what Cash says to everybody whenever he meets them.
He said, "Today is a good day to die."
Yeah.
Here I thought that was just a fancy way of saying these people.
Yeah, he says it in the original Klingon.
Yeah. I mean, other than the fact it's cool, this is Star Trek. They have a universal translator. They should have heard it.
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm being nitpicky. Being nitpicky.
Well,
okay.
I mean, maybe the Cardassian universal translator wasn't working properly.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, which excites me. I found my Nitpicker's Guide to Star Treks. So I can't. Oh, that's a good series of books.
Yeah, I've seen that meme. Stairs and Klingon.
Yeah. How about a new one? Stairs and Cash?
I don't know. Maybe in another year or so, I'll finally start getting back to old Star Trek. I'll even maybe watch some more of the old, the original show. But man, that season 3 of Picard really just.
Well, that's why you got to watch the old stuff to get the taste out of your mouth. Come on, rip that Band-Aid off.
It's hard.
Rip that.
Or play a game like Star Trek Resurgence.
Yeah,
that'll help
like
get some of the taste out.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. Sorry.
I'm so sorry. I never saved the galaxy. I really am.
Yeah, pretty much. I would have some words with Patrick Stewart if I was at a convention. I said, you know what? What the hell, man?
You sound to me like you're a Trump supporter.
I don't know how he actually feels about Trump. He's
I
never
don't
said.
know.
He doesn't
I don't really
talk
care
about it.
either.
No,
I don't really care.
Yeah, he's an Englishman. I don't care.
I don't care how he feels.
I quit worrying what the British had to say since 1776. There we go.
Now you're turning into Phil McCracken Jr. by saying
no, you can't say Jr. I'm older than him.
Oh, yeah.
That is true.
Right.
That is factual.
Even though Phil acts like he's older than Baird.
Sounds older and everything else. Looks older. He wishes he looked as good as me. He wishes.
Well, if Phil were here, he'd say, "At least I got a full head of hair."
Well, so do I.
We've never seen you,
Look at that
Phil.
picture.
We never seen you, man.
Me?
It's true.
Oh, Phil. Yeah, we haven't
Phil.
seen Phil. You've seen
Phil.
me.
Yeah.
Phil.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't.
I don't know.
I know he's lurking. That's why I'm mentioning his name. I know he's lurking. He's always nearby.
Well, yeah. No, you know it. You know, he has a hairball on his head. Then he calls it hair. You know, on top of him, and boom, there it is.
Really? Is it from El Diablo Gato?
El Diablo Gato again. Yes. That cat gets around. I tell you what.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. That's good quality propane there.
Taste the heat, not the heat.
So moving on to our next article here.
Oh my. Woo. There we go. That's She-Hulk.
And I'm sorry, I don't think anyone actually did this. I think it's AI. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
It probably is.
Well, the funny thing is, AI did a better job than that stupid TV show.
Well, we'll find out.
You know why? Because AI stands for artificial intelligence, which, of course, the people at the She-Hulk show didn't have.
Well, that could be said for most of Hollywood.
And me.
Okay, and me. I'll admit it. I'm not perfect. I'm never claiming to be perfect.
Well, that's not what you say backstage. He's like, quit making me look bad. I'm perfect.
That's backstage. That's backstage. But this article comes from Superhero Hype. It says the sensational She-Hulk smashes on new homage variant cover. Smashes, eh? I mean, I could go somewhere with that, but I'll behave for the moment. For the moment, I'll behave.
He's behaving.
This was posted on the 29th, and it's by Noah Dominguez. It says Marvel Comics has revealed artist Adi Granov's variant cover for October's Sensational She-Hulk #1. Goes on to say, share via the official She-Hulk Attorney at Law Twitter X account. Granov's Sensational She-Hulk #1 cover serves as an homage to his own iconic cover art. Okay, so maybe it was the original artist that did it. I take it back.
Well, probably was using computers. They do those computer sketchboards now.
Yeah, I know, but I take it back.
He takes it back. Don't send those hate letters in. He apologized. He said, "I'm sorry."
But serves as an homage to his own iconic cover art for 2004's She-Hulk #1, which marked the beginning of writer Dan Slott's run on the title. It shows Jennifer Walters, She-Hulk, stepping through a freshly smashed brick wall.
I don't have a brick wall here, but she can definitely come through any of my walls. Oh, that's She-Hulk. That's what She-Hulk should look like.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. Tall, glamorous, muscular, green.
And I gotta be honest, I blame Star Trek. I blame Star Trek. The Orion women. So if anyone ever asks, my favorite superheroine, She-Hulk.
Yeah, it reminds me of a line that Eddie Murphy had, but I'm not going to say it here. I'll wait till backstage or when we go on Rumble.
All right.
Only.
It says what to expect from Marvel's new Sensational She-Hulk series. Last month, Marvel announced that it would be relaunching Sensational She-Hulk with a new issue #1. The upcoming series is written by Rainbow Rowell and illustrated by Andreas Jonolet. Sorry about that. Additionally, the debut issue features a short story written by Jessica Gao, creator of Marvel Studios live action, Disney Plus, She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. Yeah, okay, there's a reason not to pick it up.
Actually, there's two right there. One, the writer is named Rainbow, and then you have someone that was involved with the show. There's two strikes.
Well, you know, man, like at a certain time in the 60s, they might have named their kid Flower, Cloud, Rainbow.
Yeah, but that's why people have pen names.
That is true. That is true.
You really think Baron Orman Tagge's my real name?
I know what it is. I'm just not saying.
You know what it is. That's okay. Mexican Iron Man outed me. That's okay.
Jen Walters is dusting off her can't even speak. Objective and kicking off a new era. An official synopsis for Sensational She-Hulk number one rates the best hero / lawyer in the Marvel Universe, is going to remind you why she's so sensational, going up against her deadliest challenge yet.
Twerking?
So, gosh, no.
Mhm.
I saw that clip and I'm like, why? Why? Shoki's sensational legacy, it says, created by Stan Lee and John Buscema, Jen, excuse me, Jen Walters. She-Hulk first appeared in 1979 Savage She-Hulk #1. John Byrne redefined the character in 1989 with the launch of Sensational She-Hulk, which
Mhm.
turned Jen into a self-aware, fourth wall breaking hero. Years before that became Deadpool's stick. Well, it should always remain She-Hulk's stick because it worked. Even
Yeah.
in the animated series of the Incredible Hulk, when you had She-Hulk pop up, she would do that,
Mhm.
and it worked.
Yeah. I mean, Johnny Byrne, he knows how to write. There's no doubt about it.
And it goes on to say, Burns, excuse me, Burns' iconic She-Hulk run partly inspired the aforementioned Attorney at Law, which premiered on Disney Plus last year as part of Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The series stars orphan Black alum Tatiana Maslany as Jen Walters. I'm sorry, she just didn't cut it for me as
Eh.
Jen Walters She-Hulk.
Mhm.
See, to me, not just with the fourth wall breaking, but She-Hulk's supposed to have that likable personality.
Well, yeah, she's the one that gives you that wink and the smile that you're in on the joke.
Yeah.
It's witty. It's not something to go around and be dour about or whatever,
No.
but it's not over the top. Which, of course, Sensational She-Hulk worked overtime to do so, because that's they figure if it's witty, it's over the top.
Yeah.
They
She
don't realize that.
She-Hulk is supposed to be a character that can dish it out as well as take it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It goes on to say that Sensational She-Hulk #1 goes on sale Wednesday, October 18th from Marvel Comics. The issue features a main cover by Jen Bartel. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the sensation.
Thank you, Star Trek, for making me look at green women and going, they don't look so bad.
Oh, no. Susan Oliver or Yvonne DiCarlo, not Yvonne DiCarlo, but Jan Craig. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Hamada.
Exactly. Exactly. So let's go ahead and move on to another story, unless you guys had something you wanted to talk about.
Oh, well, actually, this just came in. Things that you'll never have happen at a Cubs game. Uh, this is, of course, to Phil McCracken, his favorite Chicago team. Woman snuck a gun into Chicago White Sox game under her belly fat
What?
prior to shooting incident, report
Yes.
says. On
Oh
August
my gosh.
29th. Yes. She hit it
Hey.
under belly fat. Things you'll never hear happen at Cub. At the
Yeah.
Cubs game or Wrigley Field. Yes.
Yes, I saw something about that at Sox Park, and I'm going, oh boy, yeah, the South Side, a completely different animal. The White
Mm-hmm.
Sox, the true team of Chicago. Hey, Phil.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. So, South side of Chicago, where bad Leroy Brown is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
bad Leroy Brown.
Baddest
That's
man in the
all I'm
world,
gonna
man.
say before I get a copyright claim.
Too late. We're off.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody.
Night, everyone. Glad to have you here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next article. And let me just get ready to share it. But if you guys do have something that you want to discuss,
I just saw this article here. It's from Game Rant. And you know what I think about Game Rant, but just the headline alone is worth a chuckle. Baldur's Gate 3 proves it's time for Fallout to return to its roots. What, you had sex with bears in Fallout too, or was it just those mutant monsters or those rad scorpions? I mean, what is it? I mean, is there something about Fallout I don't know about?
Literally, everything is optional in Bear Gate 3. So, does that mean some of it belongs in the game? I don't know. I still find it funny that you have all this endowment for the men, but you don't have a boob and butt slider for women. I don't think for I don't think for men either. I don't know if there's a butt slider. I just find that funny that that's not in customization, but yet everything else in this game is pretty much optional. Even an orc. Oh, excuse me, a goblin eating crap. What?
Mm-hmm. There's Cash. He's making his character, slides that slider all the way to the biggest size. He goes, yeah, still too small. It doesn't represent me.
It's just so ridiculous.
He wants his boob and butt slider, man.
I can't. I have friends. Well, we know people also who bought that game, but it's not for us, guys.
Yeah, we shunned them too. I mean, we cut them out of our lives. They're dead to us, all of them.
It's not. It's just not for us. It's for other people. It's not for us.
I like this from. This is an important question. Can you adjust the bonus hole?
Maybe. I don't think so.
He'll ask you.
I don't think so, but you do come out of an anus in this game, so that's something.
So they took that straight from Ace Ventura. Remember he came out of the anus of the rhino?
No, the second one, yeah. When nature calls.
Yeah, when nature calls, yeah.
Here it comes. Chaos's mom hated that movie.
I mean, it's stupid, but it's also pretty funny. The story's pretty good. It's not as good as the first one, but it's pretty good. For a sequel, it's pretty good. It's pretty
actually I found it funnier than the first one, to be honest.
Do I have something in my teeth?
Cash Ventura Detective.
Oh gosh. No, but I think the first one's still better. They can't get away.
Steve, he wants to know. Can you adjust the bonus hole?
Oh yeah, we're already. Yeah,
I thought we covered that.
Yeah, we did.
Where have you been, Mike?
Do you listen to your own show?
No, I had to step away. Gosh. Crucify him, man, because he has to step away.
Well, we do it to
burn him at the stake.
I think we
That's
do
why
that.
He's a heretic. That's why I never leave when the show is on. I figure the moment I leave, that's it. Shit's going down.
If you're not on the show, what's that person doing? Are they sleeping? What do they do? They fall in something?
It's like, Baron, you sound horrible.
Yeah, what
got
happened?
the bubonic plague along with the cough and all that, but there's no way I'm going to miss a show because you guys are going to make fun of me. I can't do it. Oh, by the way,
yes, I washed my hands.
Like I said, it's just this is that Bear Gate 3 game is the dumbest, most interesting, most ridiculous game that's been made in I don't know how many years.
Hey, we got a lot of mileage out of it, and we're still going to get more mileage out of it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
and yet everything in that game is optional, and you can just go through a full D&D.
It's still in the game. I don't care if it's optional or not. It's still in the game.
It makes me look like that.
By the way, wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
Am I gonna wait till the rumble time?
No. You know what? I'm not gonna wait.
There he is. He's a
right.
social justice warrior.
I'm offended. I'm offended.
Okay, bye.
Well, it happened again. It's been a few
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah. Well, what? We went through 2 shows without me booting
I
anybody.
know, man. 2 shows. It's crazy.
Last week on Rumble, then
Uh.
Sunday. So we did fine. We did fine.
Help! Help! I'm being repressed!
Only Bear the SJW Orman Tagge would say that. So
You know what really grinds my gears?
oh, I'm sure you're gonna tell us. I'm sure you're gonna tweet about it.
He's gonna tell people he's a blue land whale and he's being oppressed.
He's gonna say Pacifics and is Yob and a Yahtzee.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It's Pop Talk. It always gets out of hand. You know that by now. It always gets out of hand. So let me just post a link to this article in all 3 chats.
Do you see what happens, Larry, when you fuck a stranger in the ass? What happens?
That is exactly what happens.
Yep.
Baron gets upset and he starts throwing a tantrum and breaking stuff.
I didn't know Baron was that violent. Very interesting.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. Well, you taught me. Except, I'm not. I didn't use a 9-iron. No, it was. I need to get skilled like you and have that 9-iron.
Oh man, yeah. Go chase people around. What a waste of time that would be.
I don't know, you get your
wait, I
exercise.
thought that's what you did every Friday.
No.
I mean, well, that's why I see you on Patrol Live, except for the last couple weeks here because you're on vacation. But Fullerton, California, there's a guy with a
I don't live
walking
there
around with
though.
a golf. I know you don't live there, but you sure hang out around there a lot. There he is walking, has a 9-iron. The cops pulling over. You again? It's like, yeah. What's up now?
Do you just like to watch California be miserable? You live in Minnesota, man. I think
that's God's country. That's God's country.
Hey,
this is a toss-up, man.
This is a miserable state, but so I love seeing other people in misery, more misery than us.
I mean, it's a bigger state, California is to Minnesota, but I think we can flip a coin and see which has some worse situations. Some of the crime over there is worse in Minnesota than it is in California, but I'm sure it's a toss-up.
Al Franken. There, that's
a crime in itself. That's a crime in itself.
Al Franken. He didn't need to be like that, but whatever.
But see, he got elected because he was good enough. He was smart enough.
Right.
Gosh darn it.
People liked him.
They fixed the election. And then no, they admitted it too. It's like
did they admit that? Oh,
yeah,
no.
I mean, maybe it came down to the fact is, well, yeah, you got in with election fraud with Bush, but this is our turn.
What?
We had that.
No.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, of course he started that nonsense.
Well, it wasn't him that actually
going back to the hanging Chads again.
Yeah,
yes, of course.
And what did Chad do wrong?
I know, man. What did Chad
wrong
do? Tell us, YouTube. You send us a message and you tell us what Chad did wrong. Huh?
Right.
Huh?
I want to know what Chad did wrong. I mean, come on. Florida, please tell us what Chad did wrong.
Chad is a good guy, a wonderful individual. He's number 942 of the 1,000 Points of Light, Chad.
Let me guess. He took away Al Gore's lockbox.
Ooh.
Probably did.
Oh my.
Or maybe he got into George W.'s pretzel stash. I don't know.
No. Wait a moment. Oh no, the older George Bush the elder that liked the pork rinds. I remember that.
Yeah, but George
Mhm.
W. liked pretzels.
Oh, that's right. He choked. I forgot about the choking. Oh, doggone! I forgot about him choking on a pretzel.
I bet that's why they had such a problem.
Chad.
Chad found George W.'s secret pretzel stash, and
That's
He
what
put
happened. Okay, now
he
it makes sense.
sabotaged it.
I was trying to make a joke, a very bad joke. Okay, it's not working.
I'm sorry. I can't.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, yeah. I know. Everybody's rolling their eyes, going, "Oh gosh."
I'm not. Hey, well, watch those numbers drop, folks. See ya. See you next week.
No, they're used to it. They're used to
I
it.
know. Hey, anybody who comes to our show, anyone who comes here, this is their viewpoint. This has to be it.
I don't want my pain taken away. I need my pain.
See? So I blame them.
Well, I mean, it's part of the channel. Pacific
Mhm.
414. Want some pain, or do you want to see Pacific suffering pain? Just watch the stream.
Well, okay, I'm going to go back. You did that wonderful new little logo up there, that wonderful logo. And I said, underneath it, you should put fear me. He said, no, I can't do that. That'll frighten the people away. No, not sitting back saying that feeling pain. You made my argument for me.
All right, fine. I'll adjust it after the stream and see what happens.
Okay. I feel better now. Just a little.
He feels a little better. So
Well, I
this
did-
article, yeah. This article is by Spencer Bacall. It was posted yesterday. And as you can see by the headline, it says Netflix live action One Piece showrunner says he wanted to adapt Ichiro Oda's manga because it tells a simple yet so profound story about a boy who's following his dreams. The article starts off by saying, in stark contrast to the usual cynicism, fan disdain, and self aggrandizing, I can't even say it. Aggrandizing, there we go. Close enough. That has fueled nearly every live action Hollywood anime adaptation in recent years. Yes, come to Pop Talk and you can hear me screw up words.
I find it amusing.
Yes, you and Phil McCracken and Phil McCracken.
Well, and don't forget crypto money too. He does.
But he's not saying anything. He knows better. Anyways, it says self-aggrandizing that has fueled nearly every live-action Hollywood anime adaptation in recent years. Netflix One Piece showrunner Stephen Maeda has revealed that the simple and elemental nature of Luffy's journey was what inspired him to take a live-action crack at Ichiro Oda's seminal work. Maeda, whose previous credits include stints as a writer for Lost Second Season and the showrunner for sci-fi series Helix, spoke of his love for One Piece manga's optimistic story while giving a since deleted or hidden interview to Screen Rant ahead of the Netflix adaptation adaptation's upcoming premiere. Asked by an uncredited Screen Rant reporter to recall his first meeting with One Piece, the showrunner asserted, "My first meeting, I was approached by a production studio, Tomorrow Studios, because they had acquired the rights to the story and the underlying IP, and they were looking for someone to write a pilot script for them to do a rewrite to run the show. And so I had a meeting with them and hit it off and loved the material," he explained. And that was the beginning. That was a little over 4 years ago. that was the first time I was involved. I was a fan before, but I hadn't really dived in deep. So this is just me. When he says I was a fan before, but I hadn't really dived in deep, that tells me he wasn't a fan, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I had read a couple of chapters early, but I really didn't understand the true breadth and scope of the world, and so I very quickly got up to speed with the first 100 chapters. And then I was so taken, I just said, if there's a way to be part of this, I've got to do it. And then I kept reading, and it's like now I'm caught up. I think chapter 1089. Whew, oh boy, it's a lot of manga.
I can imagine eyes are crossing after that. No, no offense.
Yeah,
I mean, I know
taking
mine would
note.
be. Mhm.
Mine would be taking note of the fever with the which Maeda consumed Oda's manga. The Screen Rant contributor then inquired with the showrunner as to what it was that drew you to the story. And excuse me, I don't know why I'm coughing again. Whether or not there was something about it particularly resonates with you, to which his guest replied, I thought it was a wonderful combination, a very unique world, which you don't see that often nowadays in big fantasy, in intellectual property, and comics manga. And, couple of panels from the manga. It goes on to say, they're, but they're hard to come by, especially the really good ones. Maida said, then clarified, and it goes on to say, and so I was really taken with Oda-san's world, and then the storytelling was so kind of simple and elemental about a boy who's following his dreams and who inspires other people to follow their dreams. Excuse me 1 second, guys.
Well, we did it. We're breaking them. We are breaking him.
I will never be broken. I know, never say never.
Yeah, that frog in your throat will finally get you.
Yeah, I know. I've always said that Luffy's superpower is that he gets other people to remember their dreams and to start following them again. He ultimately opined on the topic even more so than the stretching power that is his superpower. And it was such an important story, I thought, and such so simple and yet so profound that the combination of the action and the world building and the emotion was amazing. To this end, asked by Screen Rant's contributor at the end of their time together whether he had any words of encouragement for the audiences who first exposure to the franchise will be the Netflix live action series, Maeda would reiterate his love for Oda's original vision and declare, I would say to jump in to it with no expectations, to watch the show for what it is and just let the world come to you because it is so unique and so different from most of the other big epic fantasy shows out there. I think you just have to accept it. He told the outlet. I would tell people to enjoy the tone of the show because the show is fun and sometimes a little bit goofy and irreverent, but also very emotional and very heartfelt. And at the core of it is a story about following your dreams, which is something that we all struggle with. And I've always said, even 4 years ago, that this was a wonderful story for the times we're in because it's about hope and optimism and following dreams, which is something that is in scarce supplies these days. Well, that's true. As noted above, Maida's outlook toward One Piece is both strongly counter and a welcome change to Hollywood's usual approach to adapting not just anime, but works of any given medium, whether it be comic books, novels, or video games. Whether it be Cowboy Bebop or Castlevania, Death Note, or Doctor Strange, most Western creatives seek to use such properties as nothing more than a vehicle for their own egos, disregarding canon, lore, and even the very words of respective creators in order to put their own stamp on it and make a name for themselves. Not only that, but more often than not, these Hollywood creators are also hoping to subvert and change a given IP as nothing more than revenge against its fans, often treating their projects as little more than multi-million-dollar star-studded therapy sessions and stuffing them full of cheap insults and bizarre moments of spotlighting their own pet issues. Yeah, we've seen that plenty of times.
Mm-hmm.
However, it seems Maida disagrees with the idea that taking up property and wiping one's backside with it, particularly by reimagining hopeful and optimistic characters in an unnecessarily grim, dark manner, is a winning strategy. Taking his word at face value, the showrunner will apparently be pushing back against Hollywood's exhausting obsession with nihilism by genuinely and unironically presenting a story whose protagonist faces each and every situation with hope instead of one who exists solely as a megaphone for liberal arts majors' deconstruction of the heroic ideal. And more panels from the manga.
Mm-hmm.
So, gentlemen, what do you think?
I'm not very familiar with One Piece, I hate to say. I mean, it's Netflix. Makes you nervous.
It can. I'm just glad the creator's involved in this.
Yeah.
Crit and I are
that
going to
helps.
watch it, give it a chance. It should be better than what freaking Netflix Cowboy Bebop was, but yeah, it's just Netflix could use a win in this department. They just do a lot what the fans want, and since there was a lot of reshoots, we'll just see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to watch it with Crit.
Yeah.
We'll see how it turns out. It might be pretty good.
Well,
Yeah,
I
It might be
suppose
and
that's
kind of shitty. It might be okay.
yeah. Well, the fact that they had to do reshoots because of the creator, that's at least a good sign.
Yeah.
yeah. And speaking of Crit, he's
Mhm.
here from Everest Productions. He says, as a big One Piece fan, every image and video I've seen seems excuse me, seems respectful, giving the author's say and authority on what they could or could not do was the greatest thing they could ever do.
Mhm.
He also adds the Netflix Bebop fell because it was like, oh, remember that anime? Let's do it. But they didn't even
Right.
bother to watch
Right.
it or ask the
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
creator. They
Mhm.
wanted to write their own thing, and it sucks.
Yeah. Exactly. They change characters. They change situations.
Mm-hmm.
And it just doesn't make any sense. They
No.
changed Faye Valentine, her attitude, the way she curses. No, that's not her. She
Yeah.
curses sometimes, but not like that. She doesn't just say the F word. And Netflix gets this in their head, and I think Star Trek does too, and in other shows. If it's a mature show, then there needs to be all this cursing. And I just think
Right.
that's stupid. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's lazy writing. I think it's just a way for them to just be lazy about some of their writing instead of writing some other stuff, saying the word fuck or shit or
Mm.
yeah. And so that's what Faye Valentine is, and then she's a lesbian and stuff. And the thing is, that was never what her character was.
No.
So it was ridiculous. That was never how it was in the anime. She liked men. I know, YouTube. It's shocking. I know, right?
And we're canceled. Good night,
A
everybody.
woman who likes men and men who like women. Oh my gosh.
Boobies.
But Faye Valentine is a very interesting character, just like all the characters in Cowboy Bebop, in my opinion. And the way they did her dirty in the live action show, you're like, what is this? Because you got John Cho, who's like 50 at the time, and it's like, well, Spike's supposed to be 25. Jet's supposed to be, I think, a little bit older. But when those two were on the screen, it's like, okay, this is decent. This is okay. Even Kurt was like, yeah, this is okay. Then Faye Valentine came in and everything went to shit.
Yeah. And Spike is also supposed to be a German.
Yes, yeah, I think he is. Yes.
And Faye is what I believe supposed to be from
Singapore. She's from Singapore. Yeah, she's supposed to be from
Singapore. Yeah, let's swap ethnicities with ethnicities that doesn't need to be swapped, because it's like, really, you already got doesn't make sense.
It's just it got one season, and then a lot of people it was Netflix's fault mostly, if anything. It's just like how people felt about Death Note, and even if they like something about it, it's just there doesn't put more time and effort in this. And if you're not going to care enough, just hire some of these people that are doing this stuff on YouTube. Please just hire them, give them a budget, and see what they can do. I don't think it's going to hurt anybody. But they won't do that, Baron. Of course, they won't do that. So.
Of course not.
They should, but they won't do that. Finding balance is the best thing you can do. Yeah. Goofy at time to time, from what I've seen, they tone this down to believability. Finding a balance is the best thing you can do. I agree. So, giving this stuff a chance, just like these Star Wars shows, just like any of this. Oh, I want to give this a chance. Well, then give it a chance. I'm not. There's other people like, how can you? You're part of the problem. Like, none of that helps the fandom at all, Baron, as you know. None of that helps at all. It's stupid. It just makes it just puts people into these cliques and whatever. It's dumb. So yeah, we'll see how it turns out.
Nerdo!
He's here. Turtles.
Yes, DJ Ronnie G is here.
Countdown. He says, 1, 2, 3, 4.
DJ Ronnie G is saying, I've never watched One Piece because it appears to be slightly too mainstream for my taste.
Listen to him. Oh, my word.
It's kind of, I don't know. Do you also need to start eating some caviar, Ronnie?
Maybe he's the one that goes down and gets the tail wrapped.
Are the peasants ready for my presence?
DJ Ronald G. It's
DJ Ronald G.
I go for the starving artists and the art house films where you go to the theaters.
You see this painting, the way it shines in a certain light. It makes sense to me.
No, he does admit he could be wrong.
Yeah, he could be wrong. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Since Crit likes it, I might have to rethink things. I do like sail ships.
Yeah, you're going off of Crit's recommendation.
How dare you?
And Crit says, for the main characters of the show, Oda Sensei has already said that the ethnicities of the main characters are, and the cast is reflective of that. It's genius.
Well, I mean, that's how it should be. You get as close as you can to the anime. There's certain things that you should follow a script on when you're doing a show, especially if you're doing an adaptation. But if you have the creator there, it should help. Unless he's gone bonkers,
Yeah. No, that's never happened.
That doesn't happen. No.
Yeah.
Chris says, honestly, in my opinion, over time, One Piece will end up there alongside Lord of the Rings.
It's certainly been around a long time. I will say that.
Boy, we really got the hoity-toities now in there. The alt crowd. The what do we call that?
The episode count. What is this?
I don't know. Like body count,
15 or something, 10. I don't know. These streaming services like to do like 10 and 15. I think 15 is a pretty good number. 20 would be better, but I don't know. 17, somewhere around there. 18, pretty good.
And Crit brings up a good point. when people complain, why is Luffy Brazilian? Well, because the author has always said he would be Brazilian. So yeah, they're taking it from the author's work.
Right.
So he has a Brazilian. So do we really need to know that about him? His shaving habits.
Oh no.
What, an orca with a Brazilian?
Oh,
I mean, whatever.
Oh
Whatever
no
floats
no!
your
Oh
boat.
no! Why do you do that? Oh no! Oh,
And here I thought you would have done it.
You beat me to it. That's why.
That's twice now during the stream. I've beaten you to something.
I'm losing it, man. I'm losing.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, I mean, if that's what the creator wanted, I mean, it makes sense to me. So I know people want to. Well, look at the track record. It's going to be bad. It's going to be this, but it might. It's also some people have made, even like some people that are considered the very knowledgeable of One Piece has just said, "Oh, this looks horrible," and people were like, "Dude, maybe you just give it a chance and stop being so crazy about it," which is fine too. Yeah, I don't think it'll kill you to give this stuff a chance. Though I would tell people.
Here's the thing, Cash. For some people, they do act like it's going to kill them to give something a chance.
Yes, it does. Yes,
like me.
Yes.
Yeah. But the sad thing, though, what it has working against us, against it, I mean, is Netflix. I mean, it has a track record of turning stuff we love into crap. But that's not everything. They put, hey, there he is.
Oh, hey, there he is.
There he is. Oh, there's the Doc Pop guy himself.
Yeah, Doc Pop.
Yeah, I thought I saw some dirty underwear in there. But yeah,
no, it's some empty boxes. Reorganizing shit.
You're gonna start asking about pillows soon, aren't you, Baron?
Are they fluffed the Navy standard? Yeah.
I just bought some new pillows today.
Very nice. Some My Pillow stuff. Something else.
Just pillows that weren't too expensive.
Nice. If they're fluffy and they're comfortable, that's all that matters. Because some of these pillows
like my women.
hard. Yes.
Okay, Baron, you beat me to that one.
Why I had to do something.
Fluffy pillows, man. You just lie on them. Oh, it's so nice.
Hey-o.
Yo.
Yes.
I don't even know what we're talking about no more. I lost it, man. I lost it.
Yes.
I blame it on the meds, man.
And Crit's asking, what would be my devil fruit? Pop fruit?
I don't know. I don't think Mike knows that much yet about One Piece. So
I've only, unfortunately, Crit, I've only watched that one episode of you.
I have never seen an episode of it, and I hope this series is going to be good. I mean, again, I mean, really, Netflix needs to redeem itself. It really does.
Yeah.
And he says, "We know Darth Mooch's devil fruit is auto fruit.
Auto fruit.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Darth about right. Yeah, he eats fruit. And then auto steering. He doesn't even have to turn in his own car. He just takes that fruit and it just turns for him automatically.
It's a Tesla?
Probably.
And right over the cliff.
I don't know if Moochie would Moochie. You brought this upon yourself, Paulie boy.
Yeah, Paulie.
Yeah,
Paulie, you're the one who titled your stream that you're mooching off somebody. So
right.
We're gonna call you Paulie the Moocher.
Paulie the Moocher.
Let me tell you about Paulie the Moocher. He was a YouTubing streaming fiend. He had himself a live stream on.
Oh, you didn't get that to rhyme, man.
No, I know.
He's trying. He's trying to put together the words of Minnie the Moocher.
Yeah,
Paulie the Moocher.
I thought it did pretty good so far. It's
it's a work in progress. Come on, Cash.
It's okay.
What are you going to be so harsh, man?
Yeah, you're harshing my gig, man. You're harshing my gig.
You believe this guy?
No, I don't believe. I don't believe in cash monies.
It's like last night we're playing River City Girls. Bring me back to life. Okay, fine. Don't bring me back to life.
Wow.
Hey, we had
Yeah,
problems
but
with that.
you know, I really was on the fence about bringing you back.
I was too, but we figured it out. So
Yeah, we did. And by the way, it was a part of the game that we were playing. You're on this basketball court. There's this
yes,
fence. So you know,
no,
it was just a very bad joke. Very
no.
bad, very bad. But I tell a lot of very bad jokes. That's
We
why
know.
I'm not
No, it was
telling
okay.
jokes
It's
professionally.
fine. It's just we're gonna have to just figure out how to bring each other back to life again. Better CPR.
I guess we're gonna have to play on easy mode.
Yes. Don't sell
Never
yourself.
gonna happen. Yeah.
Don't sell yourself short. You're still better than Kathy
There
Griffin.
there is no easy mode though in River City Girls. That's the thing. We gotta get Moochie to play that.
River
Moochie's
City
like,
Girls.
oh yeah, River City Girls.
River
Should
City
play
Girls,
that.
won't you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Come out tonight.
River City Girls 2. It's part of the River City Ransom franchise.
Yes, it is. And Moochie won't be playing it. We're gonna see how long it takes Moochie to finally play Dark Souls 3. You heard me, Moochie. If you're out there somewhere,
Yeah,
you know who
yeah, Paulie the Moocha. Hey, you know who's you are.
you
Let
za.
me tell you about Paulie the Moocha.
Yeah.
He was a YouTubing streaming fiend.
Da-na-na-na.
Maybe
No, DJ Ronnie G, it is not cool. Come on,
Well,
DJ.
for the nerdles, it is. Only
For the
nerdles.
Nerdles.
And I just got a comment from Phil in Discord.
Yeah.
Sleazy.
What's he doing I saw that. What's he doing in Discord? Come on, man.
I don't know. I don't know. Hey, he's paying attention to the show.
He's like Bloody Mary, man. You say his name too many times, he's gonna come out of the mirror and scratch you.
Beetlejuice.
Or
A
Beetlejuice.
pistol hidden in the belly fat of a person at the White
What?
Sox.
Come on, man.
Come on. There you go,
on.
Philly. Right there, Philly. You don't see that at the Cubs games.
That sounds great. What?
Take me out to the ball game. Duck for cover behind the seat.
All right, Ronnie
Possible and
GG.
here or there.
All right, Ronnie GG. What's so cool about easy mode? I want to know. Come on.
Yeah. I want to know what's so cool about easy mode. There ain't nothing cool about easy mode.
3 shots, you're out.
Come on, Ronnie GG.
Come on.
Oh, no.
Come on, give us an answer.
Come on, Turtle Boy. Let's go.
Turtles.
I like turtles.
I like turtles.
I heard the I like turtle guy came back.
Oh, did he? That kid
Yeah.
or whatever?
Yeah.
He might be a little bit
15
older
years
now.
or
Or
what-
something.
Oh yeah, he's not a
okay,
kid
yeah.
no more. I saw him; he was dressed up like he was when he did that. I like turtles, and I don't know. I didn't see any video of it, but I heard something that the I like turtle guy kid's back, and now he's a guy. I mean, I think he's a guy. You never know these days.
Yeah, you got to rewind, DJ Ronnie G.
I was
You gotta
bending
tell us,
over
man.
under a table. No. Now we're getting into weird.
That's a little too much information, DJ Ronnie G. I know I have that warning disclaimer before the show starts, but man,
the only disclaimer we need for you, DJ Ronnie G, is that Sailor Moon video, man. That needs a big disclaimer on it.
You're never gonna let him live that down.
Never.
Seeing those creepy smiles, no.
Yes, no.
That was
never.
creepy. I will admit that. That was pretty
creepy.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
Woo.
He didn't know what he was bringing upon Pop Talk with that.
Not just
No,
Pop
he
Talk.
did not.
The world. No, but people knew about that already. But I'm sure they were hoping
I didn't
that
until that
I
night.
I didn't either. That was like what? No.
It's been a year since that nightmarish night.
Yeah. So DJ
And
Ronnie
every
G,
now and then, I wake up in my own sweat because I had a nightmare about it.
I mean, I never saw it the first time around, but you guys suffered
You don't
through
need
having to show
you
it.
don't need to see it.
Private. I saw it. I
Oh,
saw it. Remember, you
that
guys?
Steven was there too. There was a few other
Yeah,
people
yeah.
there, and we're like,
I
oh
think.
no.
In fact, I think
Yes.
it was to torment Fat Steven. Is the reason why.
Uh,
More than anything to
I
replay
don't
that
know.
back.
It might have
No,
been.
no,
No,
absolutely not.
DJ Ronnie G. Come on, man. Seriously.
He's more sadistic than us. I tell you what.
Come on, man. No. So
He's
explain
evil.
yourself,
He's
DJ
evil.
Ronnie GG. What is this about easy mode that you like? Or are you just messing with us? You play games like Descent. Don't talk to me about easy mode. You play those.
Whoa!
Come on, man. Come on.
Wow!
And Crit's saying if you don't like
Don't
One
like.
Piece, you can go to Max and watch Our
Oh.
Flag Means Death with Taita
Oh,
Waititi
yes. About Blackbeard
about
and his gay
Blackbeard.
relationship. Get your pirate show, boys. Oh no.
Get your
What the heck?
floaties.
Get
Get
your
your floaties.
floaties.
Blackbeard loved ravaging the women, literally.
What do you mean? What's so cool about easy mode? You said, DJ. Come on, man. First, you said easy mode is
Hold on.
cool. Now,
This
wait
is
a
what you
second.
said, man.
Come on, man. What are you doing?
Well,
What are you
yeah.
doing?
Well, easy mode is a challenge when you're used to playing on God mode.
Oh, here we go. Answer. It's a great way. I see. All right. Dude.
Great way for
This
those who
past-
self-identify as casual gamers
Oh
to
my
sample the
goodness.
variety of spice of life, or something like that.
Yeah, it's an
No,
advanced
no,
story.
you got to take the Pacific Forward 4 approach. Doesn't matter how many times you die, you get back up, you dust
That's
yourself
right.
off, and go at it again.
Yeah, man. That's some mental gymnastics there, DJ. You feed your turtles again. You think about what you just said.
And while you're at it, ladies and gentlemen, if you know somebody who says easy mode is cool and it's good for casual gamers, give them this number. 1-800 555 noob. That's 1-800 555 noob. Our operators, Baron Orman Tagge and Cash Money 007, are standing by to counsel your friend or family member or just someone you care about deeply.
Yeah.
And help them conquer their demon of playing on easy mode. I mean, I know Cash's tactics may be a little extreme, but whatever it takes.
Yes, just a little bit. Look, if you're going to play any game on easy mode, you're like, oh, I don't really know how to play this game. Then you do it to test out. It's not good to play easy mode unless you're doing some kind of test and then you change back. It's a test. Easy mode should be a test unless you're really that lazy and you want to play. Well, why is it an option? I'm sure Moochie and some of these other people would say it's an option because if people want to play easy mode, they can play easy mode. That doesn't mean it's going to give you much satisfaction. And I can prove this.
If you play easy mode, I have an orange cat I'll mail to you.
Yes, Baron will give you El Diablo, his orange cat.
Not my no.
Oh,
not my cat. It's El Diablo Gato, not my cat.
El Diablo Gato. I like El Diablo. Whatever. Playing multiple games in a day on easy mode is like going to a Spice Girls concert. So wait a second. So you're saying you went to a Spice Girls concert too, DJ?
Okay, who was your favorite Spice Girl?
Yeah,
Ginger
DJ.
Spice. She was mine.
Didn't one of them turn into a man or something or whatever?
Whoa.
I don't know.
I think so.
Well, I turned into a man. It was called puberty.
The hell you say?
The hell I say.
Yeah.
And let's see. DJ Ronnie G says, however.
Yes.
Nowadays, I generally never select anything less than medium.
Of course you do.
Is that approved by this panel?
No, it would be approved. Dude, you're ridiculous.
DJ.
Come on, man.
You come into the chat, DJ. You know what's gonna happen when we find out somebody plays on easy mode. We're
So
gonna
to call
bust our
the
balls
800
about
number.
it. We're gonna give him a hard time about it.
You
That's
come
right.
into our chat, you disrespect the
That's right.
chat. It's what you're not. This is family now. It's
Oh
like,
man, dude, please, DJ. The chances of you ever playing a game on easy mode when you go and play this old games like Descent, just no. Yes, it's possible you might have played some stuff on easy mode. Everybody's played games on easy mode, but once again, you should strive to do better, especially if you're on stream. Now, if you're off stream and you're playing on easy mode, go nuts, I guess. But if you're on stream and you're playing on easy mode, no, not a good look. Not a good look. Oh, but it's just a meme. It's just a meme, and it's mean, right? It's just a meme. Yes,
a
Moochie
meme,
Mooch. Yes, a
or
meme.
mean.
Yeah, easy mode at this point is just a meme. Okay, whatever.
It's just a meme. Okay, yeah.
Moochie
And
Moochie.
TCAP Steve, who says our operators are standing by. They will point and laugh, but at least mute themselves
Yes.
while they do it.
That's right.
And he liked Posh Spice.
Ooh.
No, well,
You and David Beckham.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I
yeah.
forgot.
Posh Spice is definitely a woman, as far as we know. So yes.
Okay, let's see.
Of course. T-Gap, man, always with the sarcastic comments. I love it. Favorite?
All right. So
Aye.
honestly, even though I'm not a fan of One Piece, because I've only watched one episode,
Right. You don't know
I
how
think
to feel about it yet. Yeah.
I think this might be a good thing for those of you who are One Piece fans going into the premiere of the live action version.
Yeah.
But with everything else that we've seen so far, going with a little bit of caution. Have your optimism, of course, but have that caution standing by.
Oh yeah, be optimistic, cautious optimism. There we go. That's the word.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we do have another story to talk about before we go over the Rumble only.
Oh.
Wow. Oh wow.
Oh.
Guy.
Ah.
We've got another one. It's a real good story. I think you'll all like it. And even if you don't, I'll try and make sure that my Scottish doesn't turn into an Arnold.
It started turning into Arnold.
Yeah, I know. That's why. That's why I said it.
love it.
That's why I said it. I heard
It's
it.
not a tumor.
It's not a puma at all.
Montgomery Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, Captain. Don't worry. Let the Klingons come aboard. I'll crush them. The puny.
It's official, folks. We are in a full moon. Welcome to the blue moon.
Yeah.
I'm
Blue moon, full moon, whatever.
Moon.
It's just pop talking. I'm just in one of those moods. That's all.
Yeah, it's called blue. It's a full moon. Yeah.
All right. So we got this article from Geek Tyrant. And it's about Nessie, the Loch Ness monster. Aye, all you laddies and lasses out there. Do it! Do it now! Do it now before I punch you. All right, so this comes from Geek Tyrant, and it says the biggest hunt for the Loch Ness monster recently took place. And it's by Joey Parr. It was actually posted 8 hours ago, according to the site. It says the Loch Ness monster may not be real, but that's not stopping people from spending millions of dollars and lots of time trying to prove its existence. This past weekend, officials from Scotland's Loch Ness Centre organized what's said to be the largest search for the legendary creature in at least 50 years. I remember reading about the Loch Ness monster when I was a kid, and that old black and white photo of the long necked creature coming out of the water captured my imagination and the imaginations of people around the world. When that photo was confirmed to be fake, then for me, the legend of the monster died. If that photo was fake, then it was all fake because that's the photo that started it all. But Scotland must like the publicity so much that they are still not willing to let the legend go.
Well, who says it's
Loch
fake?
Ness,
Who?
the author of
They.
this article is saying it is.
He is, but how we know he's not lying to us?
Put it on the front.
He is. Yes.
Loch Ness Explorations, Alan McKenna. Ah, yes, a good Scotsman.
Ah, yes, McKenna. There we go.
Said in a press release earlier this month, it's our hope to inspire a new generation of Loch Ness enthusiasts by joining this large scale surface watch. You'll have a real opportunity to personally contribute towards this fascinating mystery that has captivated so many people from around the world. The center's statement says, as part of the weekend activities, the Loch Ness Center and the LNE are looking for volunteers to take part in a giant surface watch of the loch. And keeping an eye out for breaks in the water and any inexplicable inexplicable movements. Each morning, Alan McKenna from LNE will brief volunteers live from Loch Ness Center on what to look out for and how to record findings. Each day, there will also be a debrief from the Reimagined Center to go through the day's finding. It adds, over the weekend, surveying equipment that has never been used on Loch Ness before will be enlisted to uncover the secrets of the mysterious waters. This includes thermal drones to produce thermal images of the water from the air using infrared cameras, as observing the heat from above could provide crucial component for identifying any mysterious anomalies. Finally, a hydrophone will be used to detect acoustic signals under the water, listening for any Nessie like calls, as well as further technology in the hunt for the truth. So, if Loch Ness really does exist, they would have found it this past weekend. As of right now, evidence of the existence of Nessie has yet to be shared. If they did find anything, though, you think they'd unleash that news. Uh, just probably trying to CGI it and make it up. Who knows? But yeah, Nessie, they're still looking for it.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just,
I know, TGAP Steve. I know. Just imagine if he was roided up like Arnold.
what can I say? What can I say?
So, everybody, what's your thoughts on the Legend of Loch Ness?
I mean,
Yeah.
oh, I. It's the Loch Ness monster. I mean, it's Nessie.
Yep. Yes.
You can't trust those monsters. I tell you what.
Right.
Really, how can you trust those monsters?
You can't. You can't. I
Mhm.
tell you what.
Of course not. You can't.
Especially if those monsters don't use propane and propane accessories.
Well, of course. I mean, if they don't do that, how can you trust those stinky little things at all? I mean, there's many reasons not to trust the Loch Ness monster. There really is. And, you know, what lessons? We have not learned our lessons. We have not learned our lessons when it comes around to cryptozoology, like barking dogs. But most importantly, this is one of the reasons why.
That's right. I said, I ain't giving you no tree fitty, you goddamn Loch Ness monster. Get your own goddamn money.
I gave him
I worked fast on that one, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. I'm glad we still had a spot available for it.
Oh, I took one out. I took the Gherkin commercial out.
All right.
I know, poor DJ Ronnie G. I took his turtle gherkins out.
Yeah, well, maybe they'll find something that looks like Nessie out there. Who knows?
But to reiterate about Nessie.
That's right. I said, I ain't giving you no tree fitty, you goddamn Loch Ness monster. Get your own goddamn money.
I gave him
South Park. The things that they're still able to get away with, considering how people are so uptight about humor anymore.
No, I'm uptight.
Oh, you're saying you're a prude?
Yeah.
Yes, I do not approve of this comedy.
We are going into the area of chicanery here, of gutter humor, of toilet humor. I tell you, shenanigans.
Yes, it's Pop Talk. There's always shenanigans.
Shenanigans, you say?
Look who we brought up. Oh, dinosaur. Oh, there we go.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosauruses, yes. That's right. We got ourselves a genuine Dinosauruses down there.
PJ Ryan, that could be a tie with garbage.
No. You know what it is? It's somebody's arm coming out of the water.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, people
like
can
Kermit.
make this stuff fake. I mean, do we want abominable snowman and some? I don't know. I mean, anything.
Don't you dare diss the abominable. The Yeti is real.
The Yeti. Have you seen it?
Yes.
The Yeti is actually Baron's best friend.
Oh,
he comes to Minnesota in the winter times because it's a little bit warmer. It's down here. He's like, he comes down with some of that great Tibetan teas and stuff like that. And I mean, he rings those damn bells all the time. But he's with those monks. He believes in that reincarnation stuff. The Dalai Lama is this, and he's he's like something reincarnated. Whatever,
And the self-professed, self-proclaimed legend of Pop Talk, Phil McCracken.
Yep,
says
he's made it.
The king of Pop Talk and the king and legend. Okay. I've told you this. I told you this. You're not the king. I'm the emperor. There is no one else that rules any lands below me.
Nope.
No coupons for you, Phil.
Yep. No coupons.
Says he can't be stopped by a hurricane, and he says his usual.
God,
all right, Phil. I'm gonna do this. Get some color in your life.
Yeah. Get some color in your life, boy.
Stop wearing those white T-shirts.
Oh my gosh.
Here is a coupon request from Cash Money to Phil.
Oh. Casey Kasem. He's back from the dead. Yep.
Yes, he never died.
Oh, okay.
It was all faked by the CIA and the Mossad.
Oh, come on, Steve.
And the Illuminati.
Come on, man. Crushing my dreams like that. Come on. Hey, look who it is. Look who it is, everybody.
Anonymous. Anonymous. Anonymous.
Anonymous, this is what we have to say
That's
to you.
right. I said, I ain't giving you no tree fitty, you goddamn Loch Ness monster. Get
That's what we got to say.
We do like to have fun. Maybe too much fun in some people's view, but
Yes.
life is short.
It's a full moon,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh, look what you made me do now.
Hey, you chose to do it, man. You chose to do it. I didn't make you do
Yeah.
jack
Oh,
shit.
man.
I
All
didn't make
right,
you do
all right,
jack
fellas,
shit.
look a little bit
Oh,
more
really?
like Whoopman Jack there, I say. All right. Hey, how did I get the SJW back on there?
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, you can't be SJW if you're spinning the platters. I mean, you can't grabbing that stack of wax. You ain't got time to be special needs warriors. I tell you what. Oh, let's listen to a little Bill Haley in the comments.
What the? Yes.
No. Maybe.
Maybe.
No.
So.
No.
Yeah.
At least white.
Yeah. Anonymous is going to be excited to buy Beargate 3 soon, I'm sure. He was looking for the animals in the Hogwarts Legacy game. He can now experience the animal he's always loved, that bear. Isn't that right, Anonymous?
He's
Oh,
got his
yes.
wand ready.
He's
to wave around.
always loved the bear.
He's loved the bear, man.
Embarrassing.
Aha. No. So there you go. We have learned that DJ Ronnie G spilled on his white shirt, and now it's different. And so Phil may approve of that, but probably not. If you're wearing a white shirt on your stream and Phil sees it, and you're wearing it too many times, Phil's going to get upset. Yeah.
Well, how do we know what Phil's wearing, if anything?
That's true. We don't exactly know. Phil might be an AI.
We don't know what he looks like.
We don't know what he looks like.
I think you've got something. Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I know what Phil is. This is what Phil
That's right. I said, I ain't giving you no tree fitty, you goddamn Loch Ness monster. Get your...
That's it.
Get your own Loch Ness monster.
Yeah, that's
Where's he going
Phil
to find the Loch Ness monster, though? That's the question.
I don't know. I think Phil's the Loch Ness monster. I really do. That's why they can't find him in Loch Ness.
DJ Ronnie G. I'm going to read this comment. Stain is white. Hashtag DJ Ronnie G. Stain is white T-shirt now is flag of Japan. Come on, man.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So you're telling us you only want to have bear time in the woods, but you're not going to buy the bear game. Is that right, Anonymous?
Bear.
Okay. I got my bear skin.
It's what's for breakfast.
Are you hoping it's going to be like the story of the three bears, Baron? Is that or Anonymous? I don't know if Baron does, but Anonymous, do you think it's going to be like that? Are you looking for the porridge? Is this one too cold? This one's just right.
Oh my, this one's just right. Woo!
Well, you know what, gentlemen?
I knew it.
I think what we should start doing is start winding down on Kick and YouTube and get ready to go to Rumble.
Yeah, we've been kind of skirting the Rumble talk a little bit there. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, we have, and
this is my favorite part because I feel like I'm kind of part of the elite, you know?
Right.
If anybody would like to continue with us over on Rumble, I have put the link into the YouTube chat. I'm going to go ahead and put it into the Kick chat for anybody who wishes to join us.
Not you, Phil.
Yeah, Mama Bear is just right. I'm sure. Anonymous.
Oh yeah.
I bet she is.
Oh. Hey,
so, gentlemen, starting with you, Baron. What do you have coming up? on your channel?
Nothing much this week because, of course, this weekend we have Labor Day weekend. So we're going to hold off on the Babylon 5 stream until the next weekend, just to let you know. But, of course, you'll be catching me Sunday on Pop Talk without Cash Money. Somehow we're going to be able to do this. I don't know how without him. And then, of course, the Primetime Kings of live stream. Yeah, that's right. Even on the Sunday before Labor Day, we are working over there, working hard. So that's what we're looking at.
Very nice. And how about you, Cash Money? What is coming on the Phantom Hooligans?
Yes. Hooligans, yes. The 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Friday. Time for some more Vermintide 2 with Baron and Mike. And somebody else might join us. Who knows?
Oh,
we're going to play that for a few hours, so that'll be fun.
Oh, wow. You're letting me play even though I was the last one picked. I like that. Just like in school.
But yeah, that's what's coming up. Nothing's really coming up on the weekend unless I decide to upload some videos that I'm working on. But right now, that's the main thing that's coming up this week. So.
Okay. All right. And as far as Pacific 414 is concerned, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Rumble will be part 2 of River City Girls 2 with Cash Money 77 and myself.
Woohoo!
I kind of see a theme here. Part 2 of 2. Wow, I like that.
Yes, and they just added 4-player co-op, so people get the game.
Hold on! You're taking my thunder, man. You're taking my thunder.
I'm trying to help. But go ahead.
Don't make Duck Pop surface, Cash.
Surface.
Doc Pop smash.
All right, so if anybody has River City Girls and would like to join us, we'll have 2 open spots. I will host the game. It will be under Pacific 414. We will be in the West Coast region. So if anybody wishes to join us, you're more than welcome to. Now, as far as what else is coming up on the channel, Sunday will be Pacific 414 Pop Talk with Baron and myself. The plan is, and I know I've done this before, so bear with me here, but the plan is to go only an hour. I know. Tried it before a few times and haven't gone an hour.
3 hours later.
Oh, shut up, you smart ass. But the plan is for us to go an hour on Sunday, and then there won't be anything Monday. Tuesday, I think the 3 of us are going to be streaming a game. We'll know as Sunday gets closer, so I'll be able to let you all know. But we'll probably be streaming something on Tuesday, and then next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, will be the 200th episode of Pacific 414 Pop Talk. I don't know what we're going to talk about. Heck, we might just, not even look at articles. We might just talk about different things related to pop culture and entertainment, games, comics, whatever comes to mind.
The greatness of me.
Okay, you sound like Phil McCracken there, but okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, just making a fun stream, relaxing stream. And then Friday, next Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern on September 8th. Baron, Cash, can you think of any TV show that premiered on September 8th back in 1966?
Before my time, I have no idea. Never. I don't know. I mean, 60. I was born in 68. So I'm too young for that. Way too young.
Oh, I know what he's talking about.
I do too, but
yeah.
Oh, it just got you.
I was like, oh, I know what he's talking about. Yes.
And
I was. Oh, sorry.
I do want to say hello to Spock. Good to see you,
Hello.
Spock.
Hey,
What's up,
Spock.
Spock?
I was just goofing. You were. Oh boy.
I know what he's talking about, but of course, Mike and I were definitely not born then.
No.
No. Unfortunately, I would be born 12 years later.
Mhm.
But next Friday,
But he
will
killed himself a bird when he was only 3.
Well, I'm glad.
So the legend says.
Mhm.
Now, is that legend true? I'm not told.
Maybe.
But next Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern will be 57 years of exploring the final frontier. It'll be the Star Trek anniversary stream. We'll be talking about the original series. We'll be talking about the animated series, which is in its 50th anniversary. We'll be talking about Next Generation. We'll also be talking about Deep Space Nine, which is celebrating its 30th anniversary.
Wow.
Voyager, Enterprise. We'll be talking about the comics, the books, the movies, even the video games, and whatever else comes to mind for Baron Cash, our fellow panelist. And yes, if there is somebody who is on the panel, and I'm just letting all the panelists know that if you do like Kurtzman Trek, you can talk about it. We're not going to roast you. We're not going to go, oh my gosh, why is this guy talking? Why is this gal talking about Kurtzman Trek? If that's your cup of tea, fine. Is it Earl Grey hot? I don't know.
I don't like Earl Grey.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. It's something that Phil would drink.
Oh gosh. See what you started, Baron?
What did I start?
What? You killing bears? What the crap, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
See that's how rumors get around. Anonymous, check your Twitter DMs.
It's a Oh, that's frightening. That's frightening. Check your DMs. That never a good sign. Never a good sign.
I just want him to check his DM, that's all.
Uh,
But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for putting up with the zaniness and craziness of this edition of PACIFIC414 Pop Talk. If you like what you saw on YouTube and Kick, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, and also make sure that you're subscribed to Baron and Cash. Their links have been popping up both in the chat and they are in the description.
please, I need friends.
So, with that being said, we are off to Rumble. I mean, we're technically still on Rumble, but we're going to the Rumble side of things. So, until then, ladies and gentlemen, remember, I'm not just a baseball guy, I'm an all around guy, and
Autobots, transform and roll out.
Mike, Pop, king of the wild YouTube frontier. Let me hear you shout it. Mike, Pop, king of the YouTube frontier. We killed him a bar when he was only 3. Baldur's Gate 3.